Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's at home.
Frage mich, ob ich mich daran gewöhnen werde, dieses Blatt am Ort zu sehen. Ob wir es die ganze Zeit haben werden oder nur in Sumeru-Stadt, wie es ja der Mann hat vermuten lassen.
Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great. You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari?
Oh,
Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
Ja, wir sind hier nicht, um über akademische Fragen zu diskutieren.
Here, this is a letter from Tainari.
Also sei beruhigt.
Oh, let me see. Oh, ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So, you two just have some questions for me?
Typischer Doktorand.
Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha.
Hoffentlich kann er mehr finden als wir.
Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
Also nicht mal einem geborenen Sumeraner von der Akademie wird diese Frage beantwortet. Dann wird die ganze Sache ein bisschen schwieriger. Also letztendlich nicht weniger schwierig als zuvor jedes Mal.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that? Paimon was sure you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Sorasthana or made a public appearance.
Ein einziges Mal ist ja... Oh. Die ist ja genauso wie die Raiden Shogun. Oh nein.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
Ich hoffe, die hat nicht auch ihre euphorischen Gefilde, oder wie auch immer Raiden es nannte.
But then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing.
Wieso? Du kennst unsere Situation, glaube ich nicht. Wir müssen dringend mit der reden.
In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom.
Ja, aber das ist leider für uns keine Option.
Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
Immerhin ein bodenständiger Kerl. Sehr sympathisch.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me.
Die 6 großen Weisen. Okay. Das ist sein Fachgebiet. Liste von renommierten Leuten an der Akademie.
Hey, come on. This is a survival skill at the academia.
Okay, gut. Ich schätze, irgendjemand muss auch den ganzen Mist verwalten, ne?
Oh, Paimon's expectations were pretty low.
Oder observieren.
This is so low, it's like digging holes in the dirt. So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody here.
Vielleicht schauen wir uns nochmal um uns. Sehen vielleicht noch jemanden, den wir kennen.
Huh? Like who?
Adastra Albisosque zu den Sternen und Abgründen.
Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its
Stimmt,
own
die sind ja auch in jeder
network.
Stadt vertreten.
Let's hurry and find her.
Dann sehen wir machen wir uns mal auf den Weg zu der Catherine von Sumeru.
Anything else you'd like to ask about?
Ah, super. Ich dachte schon, ich kann nicht fragen. Wer sind die 6 Weisen, bitteschön?
Sage is the highest rank for an academia researcher. Since the institution's founding, each of the 6 great sages represent the finest mind and leader of their respective darshan. One grand sage is chosen from among the 6 sages to serve as the head of the academia. The current one is Sage Azar of the Ratawahist Darshan.
Interessantes System. Aber was sind denn dann die 6 Fachgebiete, die 6 Institutionen oder Fakultäten innerhalb der Akademie?
Since ancient times, the sages have contributed immensely to Sumeru. The widespread usage of the Akasha is thanks to their hard work. Anything else you'd like to ask about?
Über die zwischenmenschlichen Beziehungen der 6 Weisen, sein Fachgebiet.
I just knew you'd be curious about that.
Oh ja, kann mir nichts Spannenderes vorstellen.
Although the 6 darshans conduct research in different disciplines, their sages frequently interact with one another when managing academia affairs. In the Immorta, our leader is Sage Nafis. His temper is legendary. We researchers are terrified of him, and even the Grand Sage gives him some leeway.
Weise der Lebenskunde also?
He hasn't shown his face lately, though. Rumor has it that he's currently involved with some major project. Thankfully, he's been so busy that I was able to publish a paper. Anything else you'd like to ask about?
Oh Mann, was sind denn die 5 anderen Fakultäten? Oh.
See ya. Take a page out of my book and learn to look on the bright side of things.
Irgendwie ist der Typ mir sympathisch. Der hat die richtige Einstellung für die intellektuelle Hochburg. Das ist echt hübsch hier. Das ist jetzt vielleicht ein bisschen unsicher, also wenn hier Kinder spielen, na gut, können sie mal auf der Markise landen. Eine Taverne. Ich merke dass das hier so gestackt ist, also nach oben gebaut ist. Sowohl Mondstadt, ja, Mondstadt ein bisschen, aber vor allem Liebe und in der Summe waren doch eher ja, flache Gebiete. Also geradlinig. Ich glaube, hier ist ein bisschen verwinkelter.
Hello, Traveler in Paimon.
Ah, kennt uns bereits, natürlich.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
Ah, jetzt auch dieses Ding Amor.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait.
Gibt doch bestimmt auch wieder keinen
I
Anhaltspunkt, oder?
apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Ja, danke. So weit waren wir auch schon gekommen.
Aw, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Finde ich witzig, dass Paimons Übersetzung das quasi das gleiche sagt wie ich gerade.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites.
Die Goldbrigaden.
They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Klingt ziemlich spannend.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles.
Also es gibt die Goldbrigade und die hat das Regiment der 30 quasi an ihrer Spitze, oder wie?
If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar.
Vielen Dank, Catherine.
You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck. We look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
Ah, die gute Catherine. Immer so offenherzig und hilfsbereit. Und immer die gleiche Catherine, egal wohin wir gehen. Ein Stück Heimat unterwegs. Es ist echt cool gemacht hier. Versteht ihr, was ich meine? So mit den verschiedenen Leveln? Ja, ich könnte jetzt hier hingehen und das führt ganz woanders hin. Aber gehen wir erstmal hier in die Zitadelle der Rexar. Ah, jetzt die Anwesenstafel. Nicht Anwesen, die Ansehenstafel.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
Die haben echt hier null Latenz Kommunikation, ne? Wahnsinn.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about something.
Ich schätze, wir haben gerade die Frage gestellt, oder?
I see.
Ah, ja.
So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way.
Wie? Ich dachte, das hätte er schon mitbekommen. Okay, vielleicht ist es doch nicht so reibungslos, die Kommunikation.
Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you.
Oh, was? Als ob?
We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Das kam mir jetzt schon komisch vor, dass irgendwie alle über die höhere Herrin reden, die vor 500 Jahren bei der großen Katastrophe gestorben ist. Aber es ja noch nicht wirklich viele begeistert über die niedere Herrin geredet haben. Wo ich schätze, dass Söldner eher moral- und religionslos sind, ist klischeehaft richtig.
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rugadavada.
Und die wahrscheinlich die Akasha und alles, was sie, alles Wissen, das sie angeeignet hat.
In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy.
Das ist die Frage, also wenn sich die Kusanali auch in all den 500 Jahren nicht einmal hat blicken lassen, na gut, dann würde ich auch nicht so viel auf die geben, um ehrlich zu sein.
Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugadavada, and hope not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists, and that's all.
Und also ist quasi Sumeru noch viel, genauso wie Mondstadt, ein Ort, der sich selber regiert und wie quasi beschreitet schon lange den Weg, den Liebe jetzt eingeschlagen hat.
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the God of Wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like us.
Ja, aber die wird ja trotzdem schon irgendwas machen wollen, oder?
Alright. Well, thanks for the info, Osfond.
Das Erbe, was sie eingetreten hat von der höheren Herrin, ist sicherlich kein einfaches. Aber warum 500 Jahre Selbstisolation? Ich meine, gut, wir kommen gerade von einem Land, wo mit einer sehr ähnlichen Geschichte, aber Ryan Shogun hat ja ein ordentliches Trauma erlebt, sodass man es einigermaßen nachvollziehen kann, auch wenn die nach wie vor äußerst kindisch und übermäßig reagiert hat. Aber hey, hat sich ja geändert.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
Ach cool, also die Gold... Wie heißen sie? Nicht Goldröcke, die sind aus Game of Thrones. Goldbrigade. Die Goldbrigade steht also gut mit der Abenteurergilde, dann stehen wir auch gut mit der Goldbrigade, würde ich sagen. Wir haben mal so ein paar Passanten in Somero befragt, aber wahrscheinlich nichts.
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it.
Ah, Mist. Ich habe mir doch extrem recht gehabt mit meiner scherzhaften Bemerkung, ist ja wie Cyberpunk. Das scheint nicht gerade von einer sehr mündigen Gesellschaft zu zeugen.
We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Natürlich hört das zufällig einer.
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right?
Richtig, und Sie sind?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Oh, es gibt also doch ein paar, die sich um Sie kümmern.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon.
Eine Legende also?
Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him.
Vor wie langer Zeit?
Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity.
Huh.
At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go."
Eine tolle Geschichte, auf jeden Fall. Sehr lehrreich.
Yeah, thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
Trotzdem würden wir sehr gerne mit der Archontin reden.
In a way. It seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Ja, was ist jetzt auf einmal los? Das war awkward.
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened?
Das muss wohl etwas mit diesen Leuten dort zu tun haben.
It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her? This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali. We can't let them get in the way now. Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Mura, ein Söldner der Goldbrigade.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Da lang.
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her.
Nice, Paimon.
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad.
Aber warum wird sie von der Goldbrigade verfolgt? Oh, wahrscheinlich wurde die Brigade angeheuert von jemandem, aber wer würde sie verfolgen?
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Meine Güte, die Arme ist echt völlig aus der Puste.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh, looks like there's some coming this way.
Wurde die ganze Brigade angeheuert oder was?
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run.
Ja, ist also, wenn wir uns irgendwo verstecken? Du kannst dich doch hier bestimmt aus.
Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go
Ah,
to.
ist aber schon vorbeigekommen.
Probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone looking for you.
This new shipment of items, they're all so ridiculous.
Gut, ich hatte schon befürchtet, dass jetzt wieder so eine Stealth-Mission kommt. Aber wir können ganz normal einfach zur Taverne laufen. Taverne. Hat sie auch einen Namen? Ich mochte mal die Engelsgabe in Mondstadt. Hui, die sieht auch toll aus. Man ist ja richtig groß.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
Sie denn? Xinjiang 2.0?
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wie wäre es, wenn wir das entscheiden?
Wait a sec. Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound.
Sie sieht irgendwie aus, als würde sie auch zur Goldbrigade gehören. Also die eine Seite und die andere Seite gleichzeitig dieselben Söldner angeheuert. Das wird irgendwie ziemlich komisch.
My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Moment, wer hat hier wen angeheuert?
Hey, Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers.
Oh.
I have to answer to them.
Okay, gut, das ergibt Sinn.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again? Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
Die haben ja Drehspieß, ey. Kann ich hier einen Döner bestellen?
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do.
Sie scheint also wie eine ehrbare Söldnerin. Ist die Frage, ob das für alle gilt.
And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents.
Hat die zufälligerweise auch diese Krankheit, die Coley hat?
And I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. I still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents.
Deswegen die Bandagen, ne? Ist ja schon Trevor und Perman aufgefallen. Mir tatsächlich jetzt. Ich glaube, die hat die gleiche Krankheit. Scheiße.
This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine. I won't ask you to return home anymore.
Oh, cool. Mit der kann man echt reden.
But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about.
Also denken die Eltern, dass sie entführt wurde oder was? Aber dann muss er echt wohlhabende oder einflussreiche Eltern haben, ne?
So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
Dünn gesagt oder so ähnlich. Ist alles in Ordnung?
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm
Good
sorry
idea.
for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Oh, gerne. Danke
Sure.
sehr.
After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
In der Zwischenzeit ruhen wir uns auch kurz in der Taverne aus. Erstmal. Oh, schade, Cutscene direkt.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year.
Wow, das hat sich gerade gereimt.
Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it, huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Ach komm. Muss ich wohl zahlen. Wir haben uns mangels nicht an Mora.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to try something fancy, but we aren't exactly loaded. Guess Paimon will settle for something ordinary.
Paimon hat interessante Vorstellung von einem begrenzten Budget.
How about our charcoal-baked nach cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
Und das dahinter, es sieht wirklich aus wie so ein Dürüm oder Lammerschuh, ne?
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass.
Wow. Ich kann mich auch an die Schleimgerichte erinnern von Xiangling.
What do you have against my slime dishes? Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Oh, bitte erzähl mehr.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information.
Ja, also falls noch irgendwelche Zweifel waren, ich glaube, die sind damit beiseite gelegt. Die einzige Krankheit, die hier ihr Unwesen treibt und worauf selbst die höchsten Institutionen hier keine Heilung finden, muss besagte Krankheit sein.
My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dunyarzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now.
Und fragt sie dann, natürlich würde man sich das wünschen. Wenn sie die Göttin der Weisheit ist, dann ist sie wirklich nicht sehr weise. Und das nach 500 Jahren.
Then, can you be my friend?
Oh.
After that,
Sehr
the voice
herzzerreißend.
said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Tevat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Tevat.
Und du denkst also, dass diese Stimme die Niederherrin Kusanali war?
Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zerus festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday.
Ist es der gleiche Tag? Das wäre cool.
I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival.
Oh nein, das heißt, es wird nicht mehr wirklich gefeiert?
The academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zero's festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Also der Todestag von Rukkhadevata ist der gleiche Tag wie Kusanalis Geburtstag.
Aw, but that's awful.
Aber müsste die Akademie nicht die eine Institution sein, die direkten Draht zu der Kusanali hat? Oder ist sie wirklich komplett abgeschieden von allem in Sumeru? Weil nichtsdestotrotz, also als quasi die oberste Führungsebene in Sumeru. Das ist ziemlich kalt von denen.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Das ist die Frage, hat sie denn irgendwas beschützt?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts.
Oh. Na gut, wäre es damit erwischt worden, hätte wahrscheinlich eher geglaubt, dass sie ihn gestohlen hätte.
I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today, and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
Trotz der zunächst abstoßenden Einführung muss ich sagen, die Dia ist ein ganz guter Charakter. Also sehr fürsorglich, sehr caring. Können wir denn auch mitkommen?
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh. Da haben wir ganz flott alles aufgegessen und machen uns auf den Weg. Jetzt noch was to go? Das Geschirr wurde gerade erst ausgetauscht. Ich hoffe, die wissen aber auch, wie man wäscht. Es gab ein paar Malheure in der Taverne und das alte Geschirr kann nicht mehr verwendet werden. Wie ist das denn zu verstehen? Ein paar Malheure. Es hat sich jetzt glückwunschfrei herausgestellt, das jetzige Geschirr wurde von einem Handwerker in Auftrag von Gärten und Baulehrer gebrannt und mit Mustern versehen, die von... Aha. In der ganzen Stadt gibt es keinen zweiten Laden mit so einer edlen Ausstattung. Du siehst, ein kleines Malheur im Leben muss nicht unbedingt schlecht sein. Also, die hatten ein kleines Unglück und ihr gesamtes Geschirr ist kaputt gegangen. Okay. Klar, passiert jedem mal. Na, immerhin haben sie jetzt wunderbares neues Geschirr. Was gibt es denn hier? Lambat, Fischröllchen, Minzbohnensuppe. Ah, Verwendung für die Minze, sehr schön. Shawarma-Rolle, lol. Ich sag ja, es ist ein türkisches Restaurant hier. Gebackener Dattelfladen, das war ja der Signature Dish. Ah, schade, kein Döner. Ups, das ist nicht Ausgang. Mann, das ist so verwinkelt hier. Da ist die Tür.